Oh, there you are, YouTube. So today we watched a film. As I recall, it was a horror film. We watched Ready or Not on HBO Max. Came out in 2019. It is my brother-in-law's favorite movie of that year, if I remember right. Maybe it was like his fifth favorite movie. Regardless, he liked it. So we thought we would finally give it a watch. I've been wanting to watch it for a while. And my opinion on the movie changed towards the end. I mean, I don't know. I liked it. Um, Wait, what did my opinion change? That's not probably not what I want to say. It it was obvious. Okay. It was obvious that this movie was designed to be seen in the theater, which kind of made me sad that, it's not really fully safe to go to theaters right now, but the communal experience would have been great because this is what I was getting at. Watching it at home, some of the jokes clearly are supposed to land best when in a group setting and the joke is said and then everybody sort of laughs together. It's almost like the pacing of in which the joke was told was meant to leave some space for a group of people laughing for a while about that joke. The pacing of a lot of the jokes just didn't work when you're watching it by yourself, just going like this, or but instead the laughing is contagious sort of thing. It just felt very much built for the theaters. So I really do wish I had seen this in theaters when it had come out. I believe it was a theater movie, right? Yeah, yeah. And had seen it in a crowded theater. Normally, I honestly don't like the theatrical experience so much, even though I want to save and preserve it. But the only reason I say that is because a lot of the rules aren't enforced. People are getting on their phones, and then I have to be like, turn off your phone. And they're like, ooh, whoops, whoa, I didn't know. How did you not know? So that just happens too often. So because of cell phones, I've come to not enjoy the theatrical experience as much. But in a horror film like this one, which seems very much designed for the theatrical experience, and it just seems like I would have enjoyed it more in that way. But I did like watching it at home as well. It was just the theatrical watching it in a theater clearly would have been the better option. But I think that would be like my only criticism. If is that even one? I mean, if it's meant to be seen in the theater, I know we get to see it at home, but if it's meant to be seen in the theater, you kind of have to cater to that. It's like when you're going to a play and they're all screaming up there to play to the back of the room. You can't get mad at them for that because it's the setting in which that story is supposed to be told. Like if you were filming it and then watching that play, it's like, well, everybody was just shouting. I could hear them just fine from my living room. Well, it's not meant to be seen in your living room. That's not its primary mode of viewing, or the way in which it was meant to be viewed. So I can see how that, the pacing is very deliberate to let those jokes land. So I don't know. I guess I don't know. I feel like I'm sitting here trying to real understand if I'm criticizing the movie or not, but I don't I don't think that is necessarily criticism. It was just noticeable at home. That's all it really was. It was noticeable at home, where in the theater you probably would have rolled with it a little bit more because everybody's laughing and it's contagious and all that. So yeah, overall, good film. The ending was unique. One I wasn't expecting so much. But yeah, I have to look at all the movies I watched in 2019. I still haven't made my top 15 list for that year, and I want to do that because I'm curious. I think this one could make it because I didn't, since having kids, I don't get to see as many movies as I used to. I basically watch everything nominated for an Oscar, and then some of the big summer tent poles, and then a few horror films here and there. where it used to be just like I would watch everything. So I don't get to see as many movies anymore. So I could see this maybe being in my top 15. I would say I can't think of anything that came out in 2019 right now, but I think it would be in the lower portion, lower as in like 15, somewhere around there. But perhaps not. I don't know. I need to look at a list of what came out, what I had watched in 2019 to see where it would go. But I liked it enough to where I think it could, be maybe 13, 14, 15, somewhere around there. You know. I just wish I could have seen it in the theater. It just seemed so perfect, so prime for the cinema. So I'm jealous of anybody who got to see Ready or Not in the cinema. And if you're watching this, if you stumble on this, I know like only 4 people watch these, but if you did see Ready or Not in the theater with a crowd of people, what was it like? Did those jokes create awkward pauses after? Or, I don't know. Okay, so those jokes, once they happened and the crowd's just rolling, laughing, did it feel natural? Because at home with me, it was just me and my wife watching, a joke would hit and we laugh, but then I felt like we were just kind of sitting there waiting for the movie to continue, where in the theater I don't think that would have happened. So if you saw it in the theater, what was that like for you, basically, is my question. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more pure Hangout.